things. Okay, let's, yeah, well, I haven't kept up with the whole Los Angeles thing. I think it's still on fire. Yeah, burning out that timeline. Out with the old. So, yeah, it's like a bomb that hit it, basically. Yeah, so, is it Sodom and Gomorrah? I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. It's got issues, yeah. There's other parts of Los Angeles that probably should burn. They're probably far worse, but still. Yeah, those that are wealthy, I'm not sure, they lost their houses. I don't know if they need all that crap, but who knows. Well, they're very materialistic. So, and Priscilla's here. Once again, off camera. So, Fritzy's getting her beauty sleep somewhere. So, yeah, it's now what's to come, sign of things to come. Nothing. Yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea of the world going upside down at some point. I mean, kind of, well, obviously it happened there. I feel like, yeah, the financial markets feels like, well, some of the, well, at least the vibe, maybe the financial markets will give, and this is where it's kind of cryptic, 'cause it's hard to say. It feels like the financial markets will give you kind of a clue of what's to come, but it's not clear what the hell that means. It could be anything. It just seems like it'll show up there. Not that mean it'll be a crash or anything like that, but that yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like you'll see something, maybe like Time Warner will go under, or maybe it already did. Yeah, maybe maybe some of these big companies might finally crash. There's I'm not sure how that's going on with Warner, but that's the only one that comes to mind. But yeah, it's not clear yet. But it just feels something in the stock market will show a sign of some kind of fall or some kind of what's to come. But I don't think anybody will really notice it for the most part until it's too late. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean that the stock market is going to crash or the whole economy is going to go under. But I mean, like a big company can go under that wasn't expected or something like that, or whatever. I don't know. I'm just using that's like a generic term right there. It's not too clear at the moment. So as far as things are heading is it's anybody's guess, but when I can tap into the frequency, it does feel like it's stock market related. So it's not going to be Enron or something like that. And Apple is weird because Apple doesn't really do anything anymore. They just sort of take an old product and put some new on, a new coat of paint on it, and then it's still, which is, if it works, I mean, it's like selling microwaves, Once you get down the design, it's not much more you can add to it, so it's like a luxury brand, so, but it works better than, some other things, so, yeah, it just works for now until something else comes in. Well, Google is in decline. Whoever saw that coming? I mean, of course, it would happen like anything else. Of course, it'll probably just change eventually. So, but I think they're deliberately making, Google is making the searches a bit worse. Here's the CIA doing it or whatever. It feels like it's actually done on design. I think there's been videos out there about that. Like, it could be better, but it's like, yeah, why bother, right? There's some, they're just doing other, they're keeping stuff off the web or to be found, things like that. So, and of course, Google has the antitrust. Not to say they're going to go under. That would be they're not doing great. But of course, YouTube is maybe doing better. I don't know. They're not very clear about that one. yeah, the university. I'm gonna come up with another like a cheaper version of it too. And kind of Patreon, like it has like a cheaper version, you have the middle 3 tiers type of thing, but the big one gets everything. I'm still figuring it all out. I kind of take a break from it. It kind of wore me out working on it past couple of days, but this. Oh, I'm still figuring out the whole logistics of it. So I'm talking there. So I'm sorry, calling me for sessions. The schedule the shop here, and then go to explore. I think it's still here. Oh, we gotta take it down. Yeah, I wasn't using it anymore. I think that's down. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta put it back up. To keep going with this. But either way, I'll have another version of this here at some point. I can log out. Anyway, there'll be 3 tiers for this eventually, and yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what it wants to do. Of course, the curriculum would be longer. It's just I just started it, and I want to put something up there. Yeah, there's only so much one person can do. So yeah, I'm worn out anyway. So all right, so yeah, so when I guess when you say that shit hits the fan, I mean, we kind of already did it already, right? So California happens, so we get a little bit of a grace period until whatever is going to come next. Of course, Trump's going to get in the 20th. There might be a quiet period after that possible. Well, he's going to, be a prima donna and everything, do all that crap. Just, look at me and whatever. Buy Greenland, buy Canada, whatever, buy Finland, whatever, who cares? It's like, whatever, who cares? Yeah, that's all, I feel like that's all just entertainment stuff, so, either way. Los Angeles is not, just go roast some marshmallows there, Yeah, it does feel, what happened to Los Angeles feels like what happened to World War II. Always wanted, it's almost like having Berlin bombs, kind of. It's not exactly, but it's similar where they have to rebuild it at some point. Maybe it won't be as good as it used to be, obviously. You never know. Of course, it's so expensive there, but either way, the timeline that had to be etched out, definitely got etched out. You could say it was all the conspiracies was attacked or whatever, lasers or aliens or whatever. Who knows? Yeah, sure, whatever. It just seems like that timeline got etched out. And they had fun with water. They had this. Is like, yeah, of course, because it's built to fail. And they're not going to fix the trees and all that. They're not going to do that. Even if they did, I don't think it would work. So, because it's going to burn, it's going to burn. They're going to wipe it out. It's going to get wiped out no matter what. Just the way it is. It's like a volcano erupting and taking out the town and throne. It's just going to happen. Mother Nature is going to do her thing. And what happened in Los Angeles, I mean, obviously there's a lot of places that should be scorched. Yeah. There's probably other parts of LA that probably deserve it more. They're probably just seedy as hell. Gangland and whatever, or whatever. I'm not sure there's a whole lot there to burn, but I don't know the whole story. But either way, maybe it went up in fires, who knows. Of course, there's a lot of poverty there and all that, jeez. Everybody wants to live there. It's very bizarre. Yeah, when I was there a while back, for a short time, yeah, it was like traffic everywhere. It's like, jeez. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I was there for work a while back. So anyway, is that the place to live? I don't know. Maybe if you can make it work there, I guess. There's a lot of obviously reptilian energy is there for sure, for damn sure. I guess I can go into some of the reptilian consciousness with that. Yeah, it's been a while since it's happened. Did more of the, I don't know, the higher level of it. And yeah, just because the reptilian is very connected to the human, and because our frequency is part of our, third dimensional. I mean, their aspect is very third dimensional. Of course, you can say that with the other alien beings, but man, the reptilian is really connected to this place. So it's like the ground into the physical, you could say. The lightning rod into it. So, all right, it's happened to that, and yeah, whatever else needs to come through, I just go through the reptilians. So, okay, blessings. Here we go. Greatest you with the reptilian collective. What happened in Los Angeles? Yes, happens of course to many other worlds, but you can say it's an attack, but it's more to it than that. That might seem like it's on the surface. It's also telling individuals there to get out of there. Like, if you can get out of there, go create some life somewhere else, please do. Not that it'll happen again, because like you don't need to be there anymore. For those that feel like they need to flee, now's the time to flee. And discover more about yourself, call your ticket out of there. Now somebody just rebuild there. It'll never be the same as it once was. And that also helps your world move into a new direction. So think of like, now this is just a point of view. Think of like parts of Los Angeles. As you know, California plays a big role in the world, even the world economy. Even New York does. Of course, a lot of other, Geneva and so on. But think of like Los Angeles kind of like a mouse trap. Like it's holding on to the cheese or something like that. Not exactly, but it's like it's holding on to your reality that you're in. It's like this is materialism. It's kind of like the Joneses, and it's kind of like holding your society hostage in some ways. For materialism, for society trends, things like that. There's some major players there, wizardry, and so on. Now it's been burned, so now the impact on your planet is not the same. How can you fix that? You can't. It's like Berlin. It'll never be the same. There's some similarities. I mean, it's like, they have a capital of controlling the world. So, as some of you understand, I'm not going into every detail of it. There's a lot of powerful individuals there that run your world. Let's put it that way. And those that are known. They can be also entertainers, because entertainers are, kind of sometimes puppets, or maybe all-time puppets. They are called actors for a reason, and the puppet masters are normally not seen. Not to downgrade acting and all that, but yeah, some actors are kind of, they're avatars of your reality. I mean, when you're growing up, you need someone to look up to. You have your mom, dad, grandma, cat, dog, whatever. But also, television plays a big role. So you have your television actors, wizardry has been done on them to give you an idea of the template of what to be. Now that all that's burning down, it's not needed anymore. Now you have, now you're YouTube people. That might be worse. For better or for worse. But some of your actors, because they're, look in those huge houses on the, it's kind of like puppet vibes. They're putting on a show for you. Not that they don't have an individual soul. Most do, some don't. And yeah, I realize this is just a point of view, but they probably feel that they're what they're all putting on a show, but they're also putting a spell on society. Not to say the actor's trying to do this intentionally or trying to do it for negative reasons. There's also a healing factor that's built into it also. But also you can say you're moving away from the old guard into just the human movie. Yes, you're, instead of seeing it on TV, now you're living it. And you've been having pieces of that here and there throughout history. But there does seem like a time that you're heading into where you feel like you're living in a movie, as some of you know. Some of you might feel like the most mundane movie ever. Maybe that's not so bad. Sometimes boring is good. But as you can see, like with Los Angeles, sometimes like boring. This is not boring. This is terrifying, but it's also an eye opener. That's such a major footprint on your planet, though. It's not all of it, but just like I said, there's a lot of wizardry there. And you don't have to go too deep into it. You can say it goes into the roots of Agartha. You can say Agartha can just easily, do as they wish here. Always influence it. And yeah, a lot of your elites are Agarthian, wizard beings, fairy beings, and so on. Doesn't mean those that are physically full embrace it, but there is an impact there. So, can't go to. I believe. Just leave that a bit cryptic. Even there's some areas that we can't go too far into. Well, it goes back. Reason why it goes back into Atlantean times. It goes into hidden timelines. I don't know. That don't need to be shown right now. Well, you are healing a wound from thousands of years ago. The idea is to move forward. If you knew too much about the past, yes, people do repeat it by not. Obviously, you can tell people about the past, and they still repeat it no matter what. But there's those areas of the past that you're probably not. You already have some aspect of it that there's some humans here that just wow, I can be that stupid. This, and then they repeat it. Like they see something stupid and they repeat it. And sometimes there's things you just don't know. That way you don't have to repeat it. Let's put it that way. So I think some of you understand that. Monkey see, monkey do. And there's a good portion of individuals like that here. And that's the last thing you need. Yeah, it's like being stupid is, a good, it's like you make it into a career, but it's like, come on, people, it's supposed to evolve instead of going backwards. Some might call it negative and all that, but truly, now, why are humans like that? Yeah, it's like, you come here and you turn everything off, basically, spiritual and you just deactivate a lot of it. So you're kind of finding your way. Like you're kind of like out in the desert, manifesting, you're creating a new person. Now, it's like you zero out maybe, any smartness to some level, some do. And they just have no, sense of, right or wrong or whatever it might be. But that's, they're to discover that. Or to be smart. Maybe they have to be extremely stupid here to eventually get smart. So, and they might be smart in higher dimensions than they usually are. But here they're stupid. So of course you can be stupid and astral, of course. But you can have your smartest intellectuals in the higher dimensions. They come here and they're the opposite. Some are, it's like philosopher, Arcturians, even like energy almost looks like you don't have money, but it's like being a millionaire in space or on another planet. And they come here and they either become homeless, mentally ill, psychotic. Sometimes they become a psychiatrist, possibly, but sometimes they're the worst psychiatrists ever. Like they might be able to help you, but they can't help themselves type of situation. So it's, yeah, so that's why sometimes you feel like a royalty energy with certain individuals, and that might be a homeless person. Some of them just want nothing to do with your system, which is understood. Not all of you need to go through that though. So, blessings.